This conference will now be recorded.
Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen AutomationLabs. And this is a part 3 of our WebDriverIO series. And I hope you guys have already set up WebDriverIO in your VSC code and on your laptop. So today we will talk about their documentation with respect to their API documentation for WebDriverIO, and we will write our first script also, that how to launch the browser and how to interact with the web elements. So if you see their official website, let's see, if you go to their official website and you simply click on API, okay, this particular link, and here they have very beautifully documentation is available. All the browser related methods are available, and then they have different element related methods are available over here. Different methods are available. Let's see some example I'll give you. We have dot click method. So they have given this dot click to click on a specific element. So some examples they have given that you just need to create the web element and simple do a dot click. Similarly, let's see for if you really want to use a set value just like send keys in Selenium. You create the web element and then use set value and pass the value over here. Like that also you can do it. Let's see delete cookies. So if you really want to delete the cookies, first you get the cookie, set the cookie, and then later on you can delete the respective cookies also. You can do that just like we used to do it in Selenium. Same thing, browser.url method is available, which is used to launch the URL. Just like that, you have to write it like this. Okay, so we will see all these methods. Couple of methods, important methods I'll show you. Let's see getText method. Simple, you create the web element and simple print the getText over here, right? So these are different methods are available. You can check each and every method with the good examples they have given, and you can use the same thing in your script as well. The scripts are very, very simple, very easy to write. You just need to remember the syntax. That's it. So what I'll do, I'll just go back to my project in VS Code, and you see that, okay, yesterday we have created that. In the previous session, we have created that, the URL that already given. So today I'm just going to use Amazon.com instead of, you can change the URL anytime later on, that's not an issue. Now what I'm going to do that you just right click on your project and create a new folder, and then you create a new folder like a test folder, and under this particular test folder we will create our script. So just create a new file, and let's see, I'm going to create element.js file. Okay, you go to wdioconf.js, and here what you have to do, guys, one more change you have to do, that you go to your specs folder over here. Make sure that the path is like that. Earlier you must be seeing that, okay, something like this, specs, something like this. But right now after test we don't have any specs folder, we have only test folder. So I'm just going to remove specs from here, and then start.js. It means under this particular folder, this is the relative path. Under this particular folder, if any kind of .js file is available, try to execute. So element.js will be a test script over here. This will be my JavaScript. So I'll just open this element.js and make sure that, okay, you are running on Chrome initially. So I'll show you that the previous example, previous video also I have already shown you that we are running on Google Chrome. Where is that? One second. Max instance, yeah, browser name equal to Google Chrome, right? And yeah, that's it. So now what, back to element.js, and then we will write some basic script. So how will you write the script? So you have to write the script with the help of either you can use Jasmine or Mocha. So we will be using Mocha framework. So simple write describe keyword is available, and here it will just like a scenario that you are going to write. What kind of scenario? My scenario is, let's see, interaction with web elements. Okay, in single or double quotes, and then you have to write a callback function like that over here. Okay, a function, okay, like this you have to write. Now after that you have to write one it block also. It means simple @ test annotation, just like we do it in testing. Same thing, it block we have to write, and then write something like this. Let's see, get, okay, text Or let's say I'll simply write enter a value in a field, comma, write function again like this, right? So it will behave like a function, it function I have written like that. Now we have to first launch the URL. So what you have to do, simple browser dot one URL you have to use, URL method you have to use, and then here you have to pass single, okay, slash, forward slash. Why? Because please launch the base URL, because you know that, okay, and w over here the URL where we have already written over here somewhere, right? So in the previous example, as I told you that, yeah, this URL is already there. This is my base URL. So browser dot URL, if you write, it will launch the specific base URL. You can change the URL also. Let's say tomorrow you have something like this, log on or login dot jpg or something like this. If you have, you can write it like this, or you can write the complete URL also over here. But we have already mentioned the base URL over there, so let it be like this. Now, after that, once my browser is launched, what I want, I will go to my Amazon.com. So this is Amazon.com. Let's say I want to enter something over here, right? So enter value in a particular field. So I just inspect this guy, and you will see that ID equal to this. Copy this ID, and then I simply write. I'll create one constant over here, that constant search is equal to, and here you have to write, no need to write driver dot find element, nothing. You simply write a dollar bracket and simple write single quote. Here you can use XPath CSS selector, okay, directly, or a tag also you can write it. So let's see, I'm using CSS selector. So this is ID, and we know that, okay, in CSS selector ID should start with hash. So simple write hash ID over here like that. And then what do you want to do with this? So simple search dot set value method is available. Okay, so set value, what value you want to pass. So I'll simply write in single quotes Apple MacBook like that. That's it. Okay. So what will happen if you run this particular program? What will happen? It will launch the URL and then it will create the web element. So this is just like a web element that we have created. And then you have to set the value over here, Apple MacBook. So let's see it is working or not. So to run this particular code, what we have to do, this is my project, right click on it and open in terminal over here. Okay, open the terminal like this. And in your terminal, guys, what we have to do, you simply write npm run test and then press enter. The moment you write npm run test, it will start Google Chrome. You can see that starting Chrome on this particular port number. So it is going to execute your Chrome driver.exe file, right? And then it will start your Selenium server, Selenium standalone server, and then the browser will be launched, and then, okay, your execution will happen. So let's wait for, okay, couple of seconds so that it will launch the browser. So initially it takes time, and once the browser is launched, and it will be very fast. Now it is taking a lot of time, right? I'll tell you what is the solution for that. I'll show you in some time. So first, let's see how exactly it is executing the script. So let's wait for some time. Okay, see, it is still running and there are no results available. It's saying execution of one spec. Spec means one test file like this. One spec file means one, okay, complete this test file. We have only one spec. Now you can see that, okay, browser is getting launched and it will enter Amazon.com and then it will enter Apple MacBook and immediately browser got closed, right? So, but this is very time taking process. Why? Because guys, what is happening over here? What is happening over here? This is the same fundamental because it's a Selenium tool actually, right? What exactly they are using? What exactly they are using? This is my script. My script is written over here. And on this particular script, we are launching our Chrome driver.exe file. This is my .exe file, right? That the Chrome driver file. And then in between, we are launching our server also. That is your Selenium standalone server. And then this is my application. My browser will be launched like that. So with the help of .exe, we will be sending the request okay, to this guy, but the client will send the request to the server. To set up this particular server, guys, it takes some time because it will start the server every time and then it will send the request to this guy, and then through JSON via protocol from server to application, your execution will happen. So just to start the server, it takes at least 1 minute, okay, sometime. And you can see the console over here that I'll show you where exactly it is showing the output. You can see that one got passed, my result got passed, no failure, 100% completed. But if you notice the result over here, see, um, first it's saying that your Chrome driver on port number 4444 got started. And then it's saying that, okay, I'm going to start the Selenium standalone server over here. Okay, like this. And then you can see that once the Selenium standalone server got started, then only the Selenium server got started, session got created locally over here. So this is my local server, Selenium standalone server. And then it will start navigating to Amazon.com, okay, like that. And all the backend APIs will be hitting through the post call and everything. So this is the post call with this particular URL. And then you can see that all the results are coming over here like that. And finally, it will set the value over here. So see, the set is Apple MacBook. But the only problem is it takes some time to start the server. To solve this problem, what exactly we will do, we will not allow you, I mean, we will not WebDriverIO, okay, to start the server, okay, directly from the WebDriverIO. What exactly we will do, we will go to our configuration and we will remove this standalone server. See, so whatever the services that we have written over here, comma separated, that please use Chrome driver.exe and then Selenium standalone. Tomorrow, if you want to use Gecko driver exe, you have to use Gecko driver also. But right now, I really don't need this standalone server. But if you don't need a standalone server, so I'll do one thing. Just comment this line and then uncomment this. I need only one Chrome driver.exe service, right? So, but without a standalone server, how will you execute your test cases, right? So it is not possible. If you see, if you try to run it, let's see, you simple run it once again. See, immediately your browser is getting executed like that. Okay, but why? I'll tell you why it is happening. Because on my terminal, my server is already running. You can see that. Okay, I'll show you once again. Okay, see on my server, Selenium server is already up and running separately. So what you do to make your execution faster, you download one file that is called, okay, Selenium server file. You just go to selenium.dev downloads and then execute, download this particular 3.141.59. This will be, okay, this will give you a jar file and you store somewhere in your C drive or D drive or anyway. So let's see, I'll open my downloads folder. I have already stored over here. This is my Selenium server standalone.jar file. What you do, you go to a terminal. Let me stop my server. Now see, the moment I stop my server, now my server is not running. And now you try to execute your script once again over here. Okay, my browser is running. So automatically in the background, my server is actually running. Okay. So what exactly you do for the best practice, you start your server from here. So ultimately what exactly I'm trying to say, guys, don't run this particular server, okay, from your WebDriver IO configuration. You manually start the server. So now you must be surprising that, okay, if I already terminated my server, why it is running? Because I've already configured my server, okay, in my environment variables. So it is always up and running in the background. So for your machine, what you do, you simply go to the downloads folder or where exactly your standalone jar file that you have downloaded. You simply write java hyphen or this particular command you run it. Okay, standalone jar and on which port you want to execute. I want to execute on this particular port and then you simply run it. You see that, okay, now Selenium server is up and running in the background. Now you don't touch it, you simply minimize it and then execute your script once again over here. Now it will be very fast. Immediately your browser will be launched. See, simple. And it will launch Amazon, it will enter Apple MacBook and then done. Right, so we are not able to see that Apple MacBook got entered. So guys, don't be confused, okay, with Selenium standalone server. either you are using Selenium with JavaScript or with Java or with Python, the standalone server we have to start every time. Okay. So if you are using directly in Selenium with Java, automatically it will be started because it's part of your build path. Same thing, it's part of currently my environment variable. In the background, it's already running. So don't be confused with, okay, I have already terminated, but still it's running. Okay, you just need to use, okay, start the server and remove this configuration from here. Only use WebDriver from here. That's it. Okay, in the services section. Now back to a script. That's only one time. I want to pause my script so that I can see that what is happening over here. So instead of thread.sleep, just like that, we have to use a pause method over here. And inside this particular pause, sorry, browser dot pause. I simply write, let's say I want to say 5000 milliseconds I want to pass. Now you run it again. Okay. npm run test. After entering Apple MacBook, it will pause the script for 5 seconds. Now you can see that Apple MacBook got entered. And after 5 seconds, browser will be closed and you can see the results got passed. Okay, like that, right? So similarly, let's see, I want to, okay, this is how we have to enter the value. Now I want to, let's see, get the text. Okay, let's say I want to get the text for this particular field. You can see that you are on, I'm talking about this entire text I want to use it. So you can see that, okay, this is a span having this particular class available over here. So I can simply use, okay, a CSS selector like this. I simply create one span dot, okay, remove the space and then simple write dot. You can see that I'm getting one of one. So this is a CSS selector I can use, span dot class one dot class two. And then I'll create, okay, then I'll create one variable over here. Let's see, my variable is, I want to capture the text. So first what I'll do, I simply write constant and let's see whatever it is. I say element is, let's see, label. Okay, so label element is equal to a dollar, put a bracket over here in single quotes, write it like this. Okay, and then what I'll do on this particular label, what do you want? On this particular label, a dot, simple use get text method. So whatever text is available, you just capture the text in a particular let variable. Let's see, a variable let. Remember, JavaScript is equal to this, and then you try to print it on the console. That console dot log, and simply use a text over here, right? So now first script, it will set the value, and then it will capture the text and it will print it on the console. So let's see, is it working or not? So I'll just quickly execute my script once again, and I'll show you in the console as well. See, it is perfectly fine, and after 5 seconds, it will capture the text. Okay, perfect, right? So I'll show you the terminal now. In the terminal, step by step, you will see that first of all, you can see that the result is coming like this. You are on Amazon.com and you can shop on Amazon India for millions of products with fast local delivery. So you can see the same thing over here. You are on Amazon, blah blah blah, and till local delivery getting printed over here, right? The exact text is getting printed over here like that. And then you can see that whatever the CSS selector, first of all, to search box, and whatever the CSS selector that we were using over here for the that particular label, and then it is capturing the text, and the text is getting printed over here. You can see that you are on Amazon.com, something like this. So what this is what we are getting the result from the API, and then it's printing on the console, and then delete the session, and then program is over. That's it, right? And then you can see that one single test that we have written perfectly working fine like that. Okay, so you can simply write multiple it blocks also. Let's say I want to write one more it block over here. You simply write it like this, and then what I'll do that I remove this guy from here. Okay, so this is the first it block. Let's see, I'll write it like this: enter value in a field, and then uh, get text of a field. This is my second test. Launch the URL. I don't need these days. Okay, I don't need these guys, and then simple get text over here. So to it I have written like that. Okay, so you simple save it, and then let's see if you run it again. So yeah, my browser is getting launched. It will enter Apple MacBook. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, and then second one is also got passed immediately, and then you can see that now this time two passing. Okay, first is enter value in a field, and the second one is the get text of a field, like that. So two, okay, test got passed, but one single spec means one single spec file is there. Inside that, two IT blocks are available, and both are working fine, right? You can see that again it's printing the same value over here. Okay, so like this also you can simple do it over here. Same thing you can write if you really want to write one it block also. Let's see, for one more it I'm writing, click on a specific element, click on a field. So how will you click on a field? So let's see, I want to click some simple element. Let's say I'll take, uh, let me check this guy. I simply say that navigation input. Okay, so let's see input. I'll be writing input dot navigation input. I'll be using this guy. There are two navigation input actually. Okay, this is also, it's fine. And I'll be taking, let's see this guy, navigation input. And okay, so let's see. And this navigation is actually coming under div. So if I write under div, I simply say that div, okay, no issues. Let's try this. Okay, and once you, okay, so now what I'll do, I'll create, this is my, let's see this search icon, right? This is my search icon. So I'll do one thing. This is my icon, and this will be my CSS input.navigation.this, and then this time I simply say icon dot click method I'll be using, and let's see it is working on a particular field or not. So just clear it and then run it. Okay, okay, I'll remove a browser dot pause 5 seconds later. That's fine. And then you can see, yeah, it's clicking on it actually, right? And see, it clicked on it, although there are no search fields. So it clicked on it, and then you can see one spec got passed, but three test got, okay, got passed over here perfectly like that, right? So like this also you can simple use it. Okay, uh, now let's see, I do one thing that let's say this is the application. Okay, this freshworks.com. What I'll do that I inspect this guy, this first guy, and here you can see that this is with h1, the heading, right? I want to capture the text of this heading. So how we do it? So for doing this, what I'll do, I'll create another file. Let's see, uh, header.js file, right? And this particular header.js, what I'll do, I simple just copy these guys, just copy this, and go to header.js. Okay, and this is the closing bracket for the describe. Now interact with web element. Instead of this, I simply write, let it be like this, interact with web element, and then I simply write get header value, and what is the URL. So this time I'll be using this particular URL. So this is my URL over here, and this is my h1. So directly you can use guys h1 over here. You simply write h1, and what do you want? I simply write, this is my header, and header dot getText like this, and then I'll store in a let variable. Let's see, let text is equal to this, and then I'll print it on the console, that console dot log. I simply print text over here. Okay, and let's see it is working or not. So now just clear the console and I simply write npm run test. So what will happen inside the npm run test, both the element.js and header.js should be executed. So let's see npm run test. You can see that two browsers are getting launched over here. You can see one is for Freshworks and one is for Amazon. So Freshworks is done. Amazon is still running. You can see, okay, once all these things are done, perfect. Now you can see that two specs were there like that, and then uh, okay, everything is working fine. So this is the first spec. This is a get header value. It's perfectly working fine. And the second spec having three tests like this, three are working fine. And total two specs are there, both are working fine. Now I wanted to show you that where exactly the header value is coming, right? So the header value over here somewhere. So this is for Amazon. You can see, and then you can see that a fresh approach to customer engagement. You can see a fresh approach to customer engagement. It's the same header text we are getting over here, right? So this is very simple, very fast, and make sure that okay, you are starting the server okay by your own, not from the WebDriverIO. Otherwise, it will take some time to start the server. Okay, so that's it for this particular video, guys. I know this particular video is little what's okay stretched, but please practice, guys. It's very simple, and please use their APIs. We will see some more APIs okay in the next video. You can check other options also available over here. Okay, so thanks for watching. And this is Naveen here. If you really like this particular video, please subscribe to the channel. Please share with others so that people can learn these JavaScript based framework tools also. And if you have any problems, please write down in the comment section. I'll try to resolve your queries over there. Thank you so much, guys.